a beautiful mind like Russell Crowe. I tried to hustle snow. Now I sit in the front row. I had to grow. I've been to and fro. Put holes in Kama Sutra holes. Got hit with bottles, gases left. I needed sutures to close it. If it ain't dope, don't put your nose in it. Stay in a child's place. This grown man business. I put my soul like a naked witness, telling my own story. I guess I'm.
What up, though?
What up, though, everybody? Welcome into the Give Me My Props Sports Betting Podcast / family, where we talk about NFL and NBA sports betting and a little bit of other stuff too. You could call it popular culture or, the hottest, latest news. And, shout out to the family of one of the Migos who got taken away from here tragically. Reports had it about a dice game or something like that. So it don't really matter. This man lost his life, and I'm, it's always tragic to hear that. Being a rapper is a dangerous job. My bad. I am Larry Williams. That uncomfortable news you don't want to talk about, but everybody knows it's there. That is Jan Bond, aka Gin and Juice.
What up,
And
though?
again, it's the Game My Proud Sports Band Podcast / family. And do you want to touch on the RIP of the Migos young man who got taken away from here, or do you want to say anything about that?
Yeah,
I think it's appropriate.
I'll make it brief. Just R.I.P. Prayers out to his family and friends. That's tragic. It still goes on. This is rapper after rapper. It's been going on for decades. I don't know when it's going to stop, but needs
Well,
to stop.
he was Takeoff, right?
I think so.
Yeah. And there's a rapper, Sauce Walker. They killed a guy down in L.A. or something, or California. So they killed a guy. So some of these rappers not going for this. I mean, whatever's going on, I don't want anything to do with it. Um, you know, we don't want anything to do. This is bad news. And by the way, we be having action that just because of logistics, y'all can't get a part of America. So if you hear screaming, it's because the Thunder are now down 2. We got them in there at -3.5. They were really good against them, but this is about football. Do you want to touch on it? Touch on the movement, Jan, please? Because you've been quiet. Please don't be
Oh,
quiet. Touch on the movement.
oh yeah, it's been a lot of. This almost feel like an NBA trade deadline. It was a lot of moves today.
You're
Um,
right.
a lot of moves, more than usual. But Chase Claypool got traded to the Bears from the Pittsburgh, which was very much needed for the Bears. They didn't really have any weapons.
Can he throw the ball, Jan?
He can't throw the ball, but he still needs somebody to throw it to. So it's a good move for
Somebody
Chicago.
to not throw it to. You said he cannot throw the ball. He needs somebody to. Okay, let's move on. What else we got, man?
uh,
What's up on the block?
Naheem Hines went to the Bills. I don't know if he was up on that one.
Yeah,
That's
Hines to the Bills. They need that because he's good.
Yeah, he's pretty
Hines
good.
is decent.
He's pretty good. It's a loaded backfield though, so I don't know how much run he's gonna get, but that was a good move. But it's still a
He's better
loaded
than
backfield.
what they got back there. Singletary back there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Singletary. We got Dalvin Cook's brother back there.
that
Somebody
you
else
don't
too.
even know his name. You said Dalvin Cook, brother. That's how like hey, you gonna say it like this? All right. Moving on. What's another? There's what about our Lions? Not moving Hawkinson. He was a good young piece, man.
Yeah. That move is kind of weird to me. They got a couple draft picks for him. I don't know. Let me see. I can maybe if I find it fast enough, I'll say the exact thing. But I know they got like 3 draft picks for him, which I was jokingly saying they probably gonna draft a tight end with the pick. But knowing them,
No, but my thing is that what he was going to demand in the open market, we weren't going to be able to meet that. Not with what we got going on. So,
right, can't pay
um,
him.
is there anything else that we need to cover as far? Because that,
Uh,
I mean,
yeah, it's a couple more. Jeff, I can just go real quick. Jeff Wilson got traded to the Dolphins from when McCaffrey got there. I guess Got to get him out of
Yeah, the
town.
running game. They need to. They don't. They're not gonna give it to him anyway.
Right,
They're not
they're
giving it
past
to
the team.
him.
Right, they're past the team. But they coach is from the San Francisco. You know, he was the San Francisco OC, their head coach. So it's kind of like, come on over here, Jeff. You know what I'm saying? We got a place for you. You know what I'm saying? So that was family trading with family basically. And then Bradley Chubb went to the Dolphins as well. Uh, good pickup for them. And then Calvin Ridley went to
Oh boy.
the Jags. I don't, I guess
I
that.
bet too much to say his name. We don't say his name. It's like Fight Club. You don't even say his name. Okay,
Right.
you know. But I'm just not the biggest Calvin Ridley fan, and there was some questionable footage out there on YouTube. Y'all Google that or YouTube it or what have you. What about do? Is it appropriate to talk about Steve Nash right now? It's not appropriate, is it?
We'll bring it up in basketball. Let's knock out the football first. We'll go to basketball to like the last 10 minutes or something.
All right. Game one, we going to Houston. Philly, they're dangerous. Houston is not dangerous. Uh, give me Philly. I'll give as many points as I need to. I might mix it in a parlay with a money line because Vegas may decide to do something weird. And I'm trying not to get overly excited because, as I said, OKC is now up one, so there's other stuff happening besides the podcast. I'm taking Philly. What do you got, Jan?
Yeah, give me Philly as well. It's a lot of points though, 13 and a half. That's what they gave me.
God.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. I'm not gonna bet it
Woo.
because that's just way too many points. But Philly is going to probably win this game. A short week. Maybe Houston shows up and cover the spread, but I'm not betting it and passing.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass as well. Um, uh, we got the next game up. Looks like Carolina is no, not Carolina and the Bengals. Who do we got? The Chargers. They're going to Atlanta. Chargers are going to Atlanta. Atlanta's really good against the spread. The Chargers are way worse than anybody thought, but you're always so high on the Chargers. I'm gonna take Atlanta and the spread. What are you gonna do? I may even bet this one because the Chargers are garbage.
I like the Chargers in this game, and I'm betting.
I knew it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right, I sound like a recording. Huh? I like the. I say that every week, but yeah, I like the Chargers. Yeah, give me the Chargers minus the 3. I actually bet the money line on this, so I'm taking the Chargers money line.
Okay, what kind of odds you get?
I actually got a boost, and I hate to tell America I got a boost.
Well,
So,
not where they know. America knows you get a boost. Like sometimes if you bet if you're doing the right thing out there, or if they want to try to entice you to do a little something extra, they give you a boost. That's what a
yeah,
boost is. Because
yeah,
they'd be like, we'll give you some extra.
I got it at plus 107, so I'm taking it Chargers money line. But I do like the Chargers to win the game, and they should cover, but I didn't take the cover, so don't quote me on the cover. But I did take Chargers money line.
Okay. Now Miami's going to Chicago. Last week we played all Dolphins and it worked out for us. I got second place in the fantasy, man. I'm inclined to play all Dolphins again. Uh, what Chicago get put up on them 49 or something like that, or 50 or 40 some odd,
Yeah, against
so
Dallas. Yeah, yeah, they don't.
so give me Miami. I don't know how many points it is. How many points is it, brother?
5.5.
Yep, Miami 5.5. I don't care whether may be a factor. I gotta call it. I gotta look. And see if it's gonna be a factor. But I don't think it's gonna be that much of a factor. Give me Miami and 5.5, and I get it. What you gonna do?
Yeah, I like Miami as well. I'm gonna pass the game though. I'm not betting it, but I do like Miami
Okay,
to win this game.
okay. Carolina's going to the Bengals. The Bengals are licking wounds right now, and Carolina, they're missing Mr. McCaffrey, but Baker was throwing dimes. You know,
Well, not PJ Walker, not
well,
Baker.
excuse me, not Baker, but Walker was throwing dimes. Walker, Baker, they're all the same. You're all. I don't want to say you're all Charlie to me.
Hey,
That might be considered racist.
PJ Walker actually has the most air yards recorded since they've been recording air yards. He passed that ball to DJ Moore 67 yards in the air. It's the longest ball in the air recorded since they've been recording that stat.
That is what you wouldn't. You America would have thought it would have been Josh Allen. Don't
Who?
tell America would have thought it would have been Josh Allen. I did too.
PJ Walker. He
He's a
got
numbers guy. So we got PJ Walker, big time air yards guy. You can't ignore that stat. Who are you taking in the game?
um give me the Bengals. I don't know if they're gonna cover. I don't like this number. No Chase, no Jamar Chase. Their offense look way different without Chase. Without having somebody you could just throw the ball to and he just do the rest. They're missing that now. Um, they can't protect Burrow. Even going back to last year, they could never protect Burrow. So I think they're going to win, but I just don't know if they're going to win by 7.
Well, seven is a lot of points. But we both think the Bengals are going to win. Jacksonville is going to Vegas. I think Jacksonville is better than the record indicates. I think Vegas is as well. Vegas is home. They need a win. I'm going to take Vegas in the game. What's the line? What are you doing?
It's Vegas minus 1.5, but actually this game is in Jacksonville. It's in Florida.
Is it?
Yep, it's in Florida. But I like the Vegas as well. They got shut out. They got embarrassed last week, and teams normally come out on fire after they get shut out. So
It's a number. It's a number that we didn't do our due diligence because there is a number with shutout teams what they do against the spread that next week.
yeah, 66
There's a
percent.
number out there.
Yeah, it was 66.
66%.
Yeah, but that was before the Lions game, so I didn't do the math after the Lions game. So the Lions took it down because they
We
didn't.
don't say their name.
Oh yeah, you can't say that name. My number still changed, Lions. But yeah, give me the Raiders and give me the cover. I'm actually going to bet this. Give me the Raiders
Yeah,
minus 1.5.
the Raiders might want to have. I like that. The Colts are going to New England. New England is decent, man. Like we want to say they're not decent. They're decent. They're at home. They don't know they got a quarterback situation out there, but overall, I like New England. Taylor's not a top running back anymore. I don't know what happened to him, but he's not a top running back anymore. And I'm gonna take the Patriots at home. Am I wrong for doing that? Do numbers say I shouldn't do that, Jen? Because I know you know.
Well, I actually kind of forgot to do the research on this game, but just going off the top, I would lean to the Colts, but the Patriots do play solid defense. They're a well coached team. I'm not a big fan of the quarterback, but I would lean to the Colts. I'm gonna pass the game because I just don't have enough. I'm gonna pass.
Okay, so on to your arch nemesis, the Buff. Shout out to Griselda. I'm actually wearing some Griselda merch today. And so shout out to Griselda, which is a record label. Those guys are from Buffalo. They're going to the Jets. The Jets had been pretty tough. They've kind of softened up recently. I like Buffalo a lot. It seems like we hadn't seen them playing a lot. Did they have a bye last week or the week before?
Buffalo. No, they played the Packers last week.
Yeah, this was. Yeah, it seems like I hadn't seen them in a while, and looks like just breaking news. It looks like OKC is going to do exactly what we need them to do, and so I'm really happy about that. I'm trying not to show too much emotion. Let's try to get through these games, but looks like that was a good call by us. We had some NBA action that looked pretty good today, guys. So
2-0 in the NBA. If this holds up, we're 2-0 today. So we do pretty good in the NBA too.
yeah, well, we're guys. We do what we do, and but back to the Buff or Buffalo, the Bills going to the Jets. Something is tickling me and telling me to pick the Jets, but I can't. The Josh Allen, Diggs, they're just too tough out there. I could go through the whole roster and name several players, but I like Buffalo. How many points are they giving, Jay?
13.
Whoa, what's with the 13-point spreads?
It's a lot of big spreads this week. Well, not a lot. There's a couple of them, but yeah, that's a high number. That's a real high number. But it might deserve it if you see what I see. It might it might deserve that number. They didn't won four in a row and they covered that number four. Well, no, let me take that back. Just two times out of the last four they covered that number, but they have won four in a row. The Bills. So I like the Bills, but that is a high number. I'm not betting it. I pass.
All right, Minnesota's going to Washington. Washington is not very good, and Minnesota is better than people think they are. Nobody talks about Minnesota, and they're good. What's their record?
Minnesota is 6-1.
Okay. Enough said. Give me Minnesota. I'll give Washington the points. I'm not afraid of them. Unless it's one of those crazy spreads. Not 13. Don't say it's 13. If it's 13, I'm not getting the points.
No,
What's
it's
the
not.
spread on this
It's
one?
3.5. Vegas don't like.
Wow.
Nobody likes Minnesota. They're like the best team that nobody likes in the NFL. People pick them to lose every week. They just keep on
Do
winning.
they get more respect than the Giants or no?
I think the Giants have gotten more respect than the Minnesota.
They've
Um,
been favored in like one or two games this year. That's it.
right, right,
I've
right,
been
right,
favored
right.
very
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Vegas has gained more respect. It's just a lot of the shows. A lot of the media has not given Minnesota respect. They say they haven't played nobody, but you got to beat who on your schedule. I mean, their only losses to the Eagles. And the Eagles are the number one team in the NFL as of right now. So it's not bad to take a loss to the number one team in the NFL. But I like Minnesota as well, and I'm probably going to bet this. I haven't bet it as of right now.
Yeah, I'm probably betting that too. I mean, 3.5. What did you say? 3.5?
Yeah, 3.5. Yep, Minnesota
That's
minus
not
three and a
even
half.
enough. Washington's garbage. Even though I did consider playing Curtis Samuel in the daily. Seattle's going to Arizona. Gino's better than everybody thought. Or I ain't gonna say everybody. Okay, Gino's better than I thought, and I'm gonna admit it. I'm not like a. I'm not gonna say that on here. Okay, because somebody might listen and say something. So I'm not like that. I will admit when I'm wrong. Okay, and it doesn't hurt my stomach when I admit when I'm wrong. But Gino's better than everybody thought, and but Nuke is heating up out there in Arizona. They're at home. I'm afraid of that. I don't know who to pick in this game. I don't, just my stomach tells me not Gino. And so I'm going to take Nuke and I'm going to take Kyler Murray at home. Tell me the numbers on it, Jan.
They kind of go back and forth. They split last year. Uh, Call of Duty has been out for a week, so Kyler Murray's probably back to studying now. So I
Yeah.
think he should be back.
Come on,
um,
guys.
Give me Arizona minus the two. Arizona actually favored in this game too, so Vegas likes Arizona as well. Yeah, give me Arizona minus two, and I'm betting this too.
Okay. Let's go to another game that we are strongly considering betting. The Rams are going to Tampa Bay. Nobody's gonna like to hear this, but tell everybody what the bet is, Jan. And when this happens, just make sure you give me my props and make sure you give Jan his props. Okay, give him the bet, Jan.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams. The Rams have won three in a row. They're 9-2 um, overall in the last 10 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is one of the teams that they have their number. Only thing that scares me is that the Rams' inability to throw downfield. But Tampa Bay
Yeah,
is
Stafford
struggling.
don't look right.
He doesn't look right, but Tampa Bay doesn't look right either. They can't score. Uh, Give
Mike
me
Evans, you want to talk about that pass Mike Evans dropped, or should we just like give him that and just keep going?
yeah.
Because he dropped a pass like that was that's as bad as I've ever seen from him.
yeah. And that was a couple weeks ago. That was against Carolina actually, but he did.
Yeah, but I mean, when you talk about some of those dun 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 plays, that's
Yeah,
they're dropping balls.
yeah. That was bad. That was bad. So Mike Evans clearly has lost the step because I have never seen Mike Evans drop
Okay.
a wide open pass.
That's
like
where I
that.
wanted to get him, ladies and gentlemen. Say it
So
again, Jan. What? Say it again.
Mike Evans has clearly lost a step. Clearly, Brady has clearly lost a step. Um,
Okay.
no Gronk, no that tight end, no tight end to pass to. They can't run the ball. They can't score in the red zone. They're having a lot of problems over there. Brady's just got divorced. Going through the
Yeah,
divorce.
you gonna talk about that? We're
No,
gonna. Do you want to just spend a moment to kind of
no,
talk about what a divorce may do to a household or do to each
yeah.
said party in the divorce? We could talk about that, or we could, or we could. I mean, it matters. I think it matters.
Oh yeah, it definitely matters. It definitely has an effect on the psyche. You know what I'm
What is
saying?
this? The third game in a row he'd lose? Fourth game in a row? Like he
It,
ain't doing well.
no, he's not doing well. I think they're 3-5 as we speak. That's not good for a Brady team. I don't think we ever seen Brady 3-5. We have never seen that. We have never seen Aaron Rodgers um, with the same. You know what I'm saying? We have never seen Aaron Rodgers 3-5, Brady 3-5, LeBron 1-6, KD 1-6.
Ain't none of these boys covering nothing. They're not
Right.
doing nothing.
Right.
So
It's yeah. It's bad out there. But
it's
give
the
me
it's the dog days for that era of athletes.
definitely yeah. But give me the Rams money line.
And then when the Rams win, tell the people what to do.
Give me my props.
All right, Rams money line. That's the way we both going. We rocking with the Rams. Brady to lose 500 games in a row. Sorry, Mr. Brady. Um, Tennessee is going to Kansas City. The number is really funky on this game. I got this one asterisk. Um, I am gonna take the Titans and the points, and I think you're doing the same. Am I right, Jan?
Yeah, I'm taking the points. Hopefully, Tannehill comes back. The point spread is so high. Is at 12.5 right now. They kind of thinking that Tannehill is not playing. So if you like Tennessee to at least cover, I would take them now because if Tannehill comes back, then the number is going to drop and you will have the good number. Um, but we don't know.
So don't be afraid to jump in there. We don't know if Tannehill's gonna play. He's not playing as of right now today.
Yeah, but
So,
Tennessee is actually 7-3 overall in the last 10. 7-3 against the spread. And the Chiefs notoriously don't cover double digit spread. Notoriously, I know last year they had a loser record with double digit spread, so I kind of like Tennessee. But this is a big if. We're recording this show Tuesday night. We don't know if Tannehill is playing, so if Tannehill turns out he's not playing, you might not want to take this. I'm already kind of locked in, but if you like Tennessee, it's best to take the number now because if Tannehill does play, the number will change.
so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Got one more game. Baltimore's going to New Orleans, and that's how we're gonna wrap up the week. I like Lamar a lot. Excuse me, I like Lamar a lot, and there's not a whole lot to say about this. I think they go out there to New Orleans and get the win. Do you got anything to the contrary, Jan?
Um, I'm gonna lean to New Orleans. Actually, I like New Orleans.
Wow,
I'm not betting it.
wow, why?
I'm not betting it. I mean, New Orleans looked real good last week. They shut out the. I know it's the Raiders, but they shut the Raiders out. You know they. New Orleans has defense. Kamara looked crazy. The Ravens have not been able to stop anybody. Um,
No, the Ravens defense has been really bad.
they, and,
Um,
and that's a trade we forgot to say. Mention too. They got Raquan Smith, over there
Roquan Smith,
to
yeah,
help out
that's
on.
a yeah, that's a big deal.
That is a big deal. He's going to start right away. He's going to get right in and start. Um, but they're still not going to be able to stop anybody. I'm leaning to New Orleans at home. New Orleans plays real well in New Orleans, but I'm not betting it. Yeah,
Um, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to bet it or not. If I did bet, I would bet Baltimore money line and probably parlay it with no more than two other things. We try to stay at 3 or 4 in our parlays. We don't try to make $5,000 off $2. We don't do that. But look,
What's the best bet? What's the best bet? We didn't give him a best bet. Uh,
I think the best bet is Miami. What is it? 5.5 at Chicago.
you like that one? I didn't bet it. You know, you usually the
I'm
bookie.
betting that. There's no way I don't bet that shit. The Bears got 50 put up on them last week.
Right. Okay. So let me see. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. I'm not scared. What are we? We 6-1 in best bets.
I think we're 6-1
Yeah.
or 5-1. We're really good in best bets. Our best bet is going to be Miami. There's not a prop that we want. I know the show called Give Me My Prop. There's not really a prop that we want to do. We'll probably jump more into that stuff in the NBA. And speaking of the NBA, Wednesday, we got the Pistons going to the Bucks. We like the Bucks in the first quarter in this one. Giannis is crazy right now, and the Bucks look possessed or something. They looking crazy. Um, what you think, Dan? Like, I mean, I
Oh,
like it. We've kind of talked this piece, so
yeah. Giannis look crazy right now. I almost want to throw a future bet in there. I'm thinking about it.
I want to throw a
MVP.
future in there.
Yeah, on Giannis MVP of the league. It's still plus money as we speak. It's early, but Giannis is crazy. What is he
They
averaging?
got
Like,
fatigue. They got fatigue though too. They might pick Luca out of fatigue, man. I'm telling you.
but he had his year off. Giannis had his year off because I looked up. You know, LeBron went back to back, then had a year off. He had 2 years off actually because they gave it to the Joker 2 years in a row, and I don't know why. So it might could swing back to Giannis, especially if they end up being the number one seed, which right now they're the best team in the league as of right now. They're 6-0, um, and they're playing crazy. Middleton's still not back, but they still just rolling through teams. We like the Milwaukee first quarter.
We
when is that
like
game?
we like it a lot. That's gonna be tomorrow. That's Wednesday.
Yeah, and
Uh, or to,
we're gonna bet that too. We're betting that
Tomorrow's Wednesday or Tuesday.
tomorrow Wednesday.
Okay, so yeah, that's tomorrow. It's Wednesday. The Pels are also going to the Lakers. We like that first quarter. Really, we like the game. The Lakers are really bad, ladies and gentlemen. They are horrendous. Okay, and so we're taking the Pels in the first quarter in that one.
Is that
Do
Friday?
you want to speak on that?
Is that
No,
Friday? That's
that's
tomorrow.
Wednesday too.
That's
Yeah,
Wednesday.
the Jazz and the Lakers are Friday, and we decided to stay away from that. So we're just
Oh,
gonna
okay.
get them the Wednesday play
Okay. Yep.
because the
Yep.
Jazz and the Lakers was a possible play. But just just some food for thought, guys. First quarter Bucks Wednesday, which is tomorrow, and I don't know if y'all gonna be able to catch this soon enough. We're gonna put it out tonight. But first quarter Bucks Wednesday, and Pels versus the Lakers first quarter in that game. Parlay them and separate them if you can. If you built somewhat of a bankroll, like we try to encourage people to do, build your bankroll. Don't just pull that money out of there right away. Um, if you can do that, separate them, put them together. This is the end of the road for us. We love you, America. Thank you, Jan. Thank you for doing this. And we don't love you. I love you, America. Jan don't care. You see him in the street, be like, why you don't care?
Yeah, give me my props, America.
Give me my props, please. Please give my props when the Rams win.